And he goes, I could do that. That's why it looks like my sketch.
¿Usted los teléfonos al not disturb, señorita?
Sí, compañerita.
What are we going to do today?
So I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Right? 5 questions and then 5 rapid questions. Because everybody likes those. I don't know why everybody likes them.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. And we're going to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
¿Ya estamos listos?
Están grabando los 3.
Yeah. Okay. Bueno, we're back like we never left. Our first podcast of 2026. We took a little bit long to do this, but
Yes,
we're here.
We finally made it.
Yes, thank you so much for opening up your space with us.
Yes.
We wanted to get to know you because I know you're the first Republican woman to run in Broward in 20 years, right?
Yes.
I'm
Almost
super-
20 years.
That's super. How do you feel when you say that?
You know, I have mixed feelings because a lot of times you hear women say, oh, I'm the first woman, but I like to say more, look at my track record. It's not just because I'm a woman, but I'm a well-versed woman, an entrepreneur, a licensed Florida attorney. You know, I've owned and operated businesses. I've managed over 50 employees at a time. So,
Oh, wow.
and as a woman, that's an exciting feat.
Yeah, it
so
is.
it's all about empowering other women. So when I say that, it's not, you know, to say, oh, I'm going to check off a box. You know,
Right.
we're going to hire and support a woman. No, it's because we need to empower other women to look forward and say, you know, you can do it too.
Yeah, I like that. I like that because I see that a lot of women are running now. So it's giving hope to other women that they're scared because they think the politician world is like a man's world. But now we're seeing more and more women getting involved. So let's go.
That's right. It's
Happy
exciting.
International Women's Day,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
So I know you have multiple business. You have
Yes.
your firm, and now you went to the Vicky Bakery.
Yes, so the new nickname on the street, I go to a lot of business networking groups, is the baking lawyer is here. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Why are they calling me the baking lawyer? I'm like, oh, because I'm baking at Vicky Bakery.
Right.
So my husband and I made a personal decision, and since we were young, we would always go to Vicky Bakery. Almost every Cuban American family in Hialeah and Miami would go to Vicky Bakery for their
Right.
cake and their
The croquetas.
the croquetas. I mean, come on, la ham croquetas y el cafecito.
Cafecito.
Right here with me all the time. And there was an opportunity to open up a location in my district, right? The district I'm running for, 102. And I said, you know what, let's do it. Let's bring jobs to the district. So I moved and opened Vicky Bakery of West and Sunrise in my district,
Oh, nice.
where we're employing quite a lot of people. Like I said, nearly 50 people between the bakery and my law firm right now. And then I opened the law firm. I was in Hialeah for 20 some years.
Oh, you're from Hialeah?
Yeah, la
Oh,
ciudad de progreso.
sí.
Sí. I was there for almost 20 years practicing law right off of Okeechobee. For many years, Okeechobee and Lejeune. And when I looked at Broward, I said, you know, we need change in Broward. I decided this is the district that I want to run in. So I brought employment to my district by opening up the law firm and also Vicky Bakery, and then also I have a food tropical fruit spread company
Oh.
as well. Yeah,
So, what time do you sleep?
let's see. And then of course the kids, you
The
know, I
kids.
still have 2 young kids. I have 4 in total.
Oh, you have 4.
4.
Ah.
Yeah, my older son is at UCF. My daughter is at High Point University in
Oh,
North
nice.
Carolina. And then I have Antonio that goes to Date Christian. Amazing school. Yes, it's in Miami, but you
I
know.
was gonna say that's by Kendall.
Exactly. And he drives now, so he
Oh,
really
so
wanted to
he-
go because they have a great baseball program
They
and he
do.
loves to play baseball. But my kids have gone from Archbishop to West Broward High to now Date Christian, Silver Trail, Hawks Bluff. They've been everywhere. But my chiquito, the youngest, is homeschooled now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love homeschool.
It's
My daughter
great.
was homeschooled too. She was a gymnast. Used to travel
Okay.
around the world. So the only option we had was to put her in homeschool, and I love it. I tell your parents, if you're having problems in school, homeschool.
Yeah.
Homeschool is
Well, Andres did. He was being bullied.
like.
He would wear his Trump because we love President Donald J. Trump. So we have all the Trump merchandise. I even had a store selling Donald J. Trump merchandise in Hialeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, for a long time. So my house is full of Trump hats, socks, shirts, you name it. So of course my son would wear that to the public school and he would be bullied. And he got pushed. And after that day he got pushed, he goes, Mom, I want to homeschool. And I said, you know what? I get it. It makes sense. And he says, instead of going to school for all these hours, I can do the Florida at home school program, which is amazing. And he loves it, and he's not being bullied anymore. He doesn't have to worry about expressing how we all feel about President Trump. And he's happy, and I'm happy. He's a straight A, Dean's List. All of them are, thank God.
That's how
so they have good genes.
Yeah, that's how my little one was. She was a troublemaker, and then she started doing homeschool, and she graduated high school when she was 16 going to 17, because I never gave her a break, because she's one of those kids that you could never give her a break, so she will always continue doing homeschool.
Good for you.
So I love it, and I tell everybody
It's a great program.
It's 100% I recommend it.
Yes.
So I have a couple questions, if you don't mind if I ask you.
Not at all. Go ahead, I'm all ears.
Okay, why are you running?
Sorry, I was turning down the phone so they can't disturb us while we're
Okay.
talking. Why am I running? Well, after 20-some years of being a real estate attorney and client after client after client coming saying, Doctora, we can't afford it. We can't afford our property taxes. They're foreclosing on us. We can't afford our mortgage because the escrows have gone so high between property taxes and insurance. And then year after year after year, I see this. And of course, I deal with a lot of lying clients because I'm a bilingual attorney and something has to be done. And so there's only so much I can do as a lawyer.
Right.
So I thought, okay, if there's only so much I can do as a lawyer, where else can I make change? And that's legislation, because legislation is about writing bills and writing laws that are going to improve the life of our Floridians, improve the life of my district and those that live here. But any legislation we write or envision to write is going to make a difference for every Florida family. And when you have families telling you, I'm moving my kids into my home because they can't afford to buy, and then I'm moving them into my home because I can't afford my taxes and insurance anymore, that's really sad, because that whole dream that families have, American families, Latin families, no matter where you're from, it's still an American dream to own your own home and be able to afford it. So the whole home affordability struck home with me because I get it. I grew up, we grew up very poor, coming from Cuba with nothing. So when you see that over and over again, you get emotional.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, the law as an attorney lets me defend the foreclosure, do a modification for them, maybe a short sale so they can move on with their life. But that's really just, it's an end to the problem, but it doesn't help the family as going to Tallahassee and writing legislation that can make a difference. That, along with so many issues, I have families that don't know better, and they would write quitclaim deeds. You would say, I want to leave this property to my kids. Quiero dejarle la propiedad a los hijos míos. And then they come to me and said, oh, we think we made a mistake. Our taxes went up 247%. This is a real case. And I'm like, oh, what did you do? Why didn't you call me before? It's always less expensive to hire an attorney before than after you're in the problem.
Right.
But this is a problem I can't fix. And this is just one legislation idea I have. And God willing, I'm able to write it. They did the deed. The parents transferred the property to their kids by a quitclaim deed. Automatically triggers property tax that go up. New owners.
Oh, wow.
So the family had and people don't realize this.
Yeah.
This is happening. And it's affecting our families. And not because they just don't know better. And that's why we studied law.
Right.
To help educate the community and do the right, do right for them and their legacy. So upon transferring, whether they transferred it to their sister, to their cousin, because they didn't know, I'll write a will, but then to avoid probate, they do this deed because probate scares a lot of people. They shouldn't be scared of probate.
Right.
But it's just because lo que tú no sabes, tú no puedes cambiar. So if you don't know, you can't change it. So family after family is just ongoing. Oh, I deeded it. And their taxes are going from 30 years back to today's new assessed values. So what does that mean? They can't afford the property anymore.
Right.
And then I can't go to Marty Kier, our, property appraisal's office and say, oh, they made a mistake, can we revert the deed back? No, we can't do it.
Can't do that.
And I've had conversations with him, he's a lovely person, but at the end of the day, we need legislation to fix this. Maybe even legislation to have a godfather period. That 1 year godfather period to say, oh my gosh, I made a mistake. I'm still keeping it in the family, but I should have done a ladybird deed. I should have done a life estate deed, not a quitclaim deed.
Right.
So if that happens, to have legislation in place, okay, this was a mistake. They did it pro se without an attorney, and now we can fix it. And then you give a statute of limitations on that to revert it back. And then the taxes would go back down.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, yeah.
And these are small little things that a lot of people don't think about. But because I've been in the real estate world for almost 30 years, I mean, I love it. I love it. And I know that's long-winded, but that's part of the reason why I'm running.
Right.
Because I have these ideas, and I know and many more. I mean, we could talk for hours. But I have many legislative ideas that can make a really big impact on Florida families that have dedicated their lives and their kids' lives to living in Florida.
Yeah.
And those are the families we have to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that the property tax is like a hot topic,
Oh, yes it is. Yes.
we got approved now for November to put in the ballot. Do you think, how would Florida survive without property taxes?
Gosh, DeSantis is one of the best governors.
Yeah, I know.
And President Trump is another amazing president. But, President Trump has also had many ideas, and the issue's been talked on a federal level. But when you look at what Governor DeSantis has done, and also putting it out there about property taxes, we always have the money. We find the money. DeSantis has done such a good job balancing the budget, bringing in surplus. We have the surplus. Now, I get it, everybody's panicked, but we need to make sure that the funds are always there for police, firemen, right? That money has to be there.
Yeah, always.
But think about this logically, you have to get the brightest minds that deal with taxes and how the taxes cover each municipality. You get those brightest minds, put them in a room and say, okay, how are we gonna do it? And they're the ones to answer it, not me.
Right.
They have to tighten their belt and say, okay, we're gonna cut a little here, we're gonna cut a little here, and this is how we do it. So there is no straight answer to that. Every municipality has to look at their budget and say, if this happens for homestead only, we're not talking about investors or commercial.
Right.
They're still gonna collect taxes on that.
Yeah.
So when you look at that amount, every municipality is gonna look at, okay, this is what we're gonna be short. Tighten the belt, figure it out, put the brightest minds in a room and figure
Make
it out.
local government a little bit smaller.
Yes, just a little bit.
You've spoken about, we're talking about frustrated with property taxes. What specific policy will you support in Tallahassee to bring relief to Florida homeowners and renters?
Well, okay, so renters, that's a whole different, we could carve that out right now, but we'll jump over to it. As far as property owners, look, if you've lived in Florida and you own that home, maybe you've been there for 5 years, this is your homestead, and you've committed to living in Florida, working in Florida, paying taxes in Florida, those are the families we need to protect. And whether you keep their taxes exactly the way they are. My idea was, you don't have to eliminate them. Create a flat homestead property tax that covers the expenses for police and firemen, and keep it flat.
Ignore it.
Yeah,
not completely remove it.
Not completely go to zero. Do a 5-year plan. Do a 10-year plan, where it slowly comes down to a number that the municipality says we can live with this number.
Right.
But let's reward the families that have been here for so long. And they love Florida. We should love them back.
Yeah.
And the government should not be the landlord of the American dream. The landlord should not be the government. If you pay your mortgage off, you should not have to pay property taxes or property insurance.
Right.
It should never be mandated. You want to be free and clear.
Yeah.
So if your Social Security doesn't go up every year,
Correct.
Your retirement doesn't go up every
Yes.
year, but if every year your property
Let's
taxes,
go up.
praise God for DeSantis, he put in the Save Our Homes Act, is a 3% increase every year, max, right? Okay, great, I can respect that, it's a beautiful program. But if you're a senior living on Social Security and you have a fixed income and every year it goes up 3%, and your property taxes every year go up another 3%, sometimes more,
Yeah.
but your income doesn't,
Yeah.
what's the result?
Yeah.
RVs in the backyard.
Yeah.
Garages or efficiencies.
Yeah.
You see it in
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
We're Miami girls,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I was a Hialeah girl for 20-some years. I get it. And when I say Hialeah girls, my business was there. But I lived in Broward. I've been in Broward almost 10 years. But my practice was over there. So, and of course, my parents said, you gotta find your Cuban Catholic husband. Find him in Hialeah. That's where I found him.
Oh,
So
I have to go to
anyway.
Hialeah. I have to go to Hialeah. I have to go to Hialeah.
Yes, it's a beautiful community.
Yes. And it's gotten much better now that they have a new mayor.
I heard.
As someone who runs a law firm and business, what changes will you push for the Florida legacy to help small business survive and grow?
Oof, that's a hot topic. Oh, I didn't go back to the renters on the previous question.
Let's go back to
So
renters.
if you help curve down insurance and control the costs of municipalities with property tax, landlords don't have to charge so much for rent.
Okay.
It's a domino effect.
Yes.
If the homeowner is
Yeah.
overcharged, then he has to
It's a-
cover his costs to the renter.
Yeah.
And that's what defies home affordability. So we can move on to your next question. Sorry, I didn't want to leave that
No, it's okay.
unanswered.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, so we gotta remember there's a lot of renters, but there's so many programs for renters. In Broward County, there are grants. Some cities like Miramar, Weston, Sunrise, there's grant money for first-time home buyers.
Oh.
40,000, 60,000, 70,000.
Oh wow.
And people don't know about
No,
that.
this is the first time I hear it.
Yeah, you could check out Alejandro Lopez and I, we do podcasts just on that topic, mostly in Spanish. And we talk about the Broward grants. It's a beautiful program Broward has to help first-time homeowners, so people that are renting can have that American dream with the grant money. So it does exist. There is a way to get a renter to homeownership, and if they don't know how, just call me. I'll guide you. So question was, sorry.
It's as someone who runs law firms and business, what changes will you push for Tallahassee to help small business survive and grow?
Wow, that's a big question, and I'll tell you why. Because when I look at how long it took me to open my bakery, 2 years and 4 months, it was painful.
Oh.
And not every landlord can afford to say, don't pay rent for 2 years.
Right.
We had 4, maybe 5 months without paying rent. The other almost 2 years, we were paying rent while waiting back and forth with the municipality. I would like to see a program put in place, which I have most of it written, which is working with small businesses between the business and the local municipality. I call it a 6-month overview for a business to open.
Especially restaurants, because you have to get a grease trap.
It's just so much.
Right,
Well,
bakeries don't?
yes,
Oh,
of course.
Yeah,
you do.
because
If you fry,
Yeah.
you need it.
Yeah.
So if you find a location that has a grease trap, great, but it's not just that. It's just the back and forth. If you put a 6-month window or less and a new business is opening and they submit everything, 1, 2, 3, check it off, tell us what to correct. So when I resubmit it, it's done. Don't tell the business, oh, by the way, that exit sign is 4 inches off.
Yes, the same thing in Miami-Dade.
But it happens everywhere.
Everywhere.
So and then here's another one that I think is interesting. Let's just have one inspector. Because what happens is that one inspector's not working that day. You get a new inspector and he'll say, oh, by the way, that inspector missed something.
Yeah, it happened to me.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Exactly. So, no, this shouldn't be happening. It's not our fault, the business owner's fault, that the city has multiple inspectors that the city forgets to check things off. And I'm not blaming any particular city, but you went through it. I did a business tour the last time I ran, and business after business after business would tell me this happened, this happened, this happened. And it's consistent. You experienced it. I surely did. And we need to put a plan together to work from Tallahassee with local municipalities to help Florida bring businesses that can open in 6 months or less. If the business does everything they need, submit the plans, approve GC, everything in order, they submit, the city should be able to kick it back and be done in 6 months.
Because a lot of businesses don't open. They can't with all the stuff that's going on, with all the license they need to get, and once they are approved for everything, they're like, okay, well, now we don't have money to open.
Or pay employees. Or get the food inventory. Just opening takes thousands and thousands of dollars. You gotta get plates and cups and the food.
No, and you made your place from scratch. Because it looks brand new everything.
Brand new everything. Yeah, people don't realize the expenses that a new business incurs. And when it's a small family business, it's hard.
It's hard.
We need to help our businesses. And and that brings employment to the local area. So let's make change. Let's make change. It's doable. Everything is doable by getting the smartest people in the room.
Correct. Many residents in Broward are concerned about crime and safety. What law solutions will you support to strengthen the public safety while protecting civils in the county?
Okay, that's a great question. I am 100% behind our police officers. I'm 100% behind our firefighters. Firefighters and police bring safety to our neighborhoods. You will never see me march, may God be my witness, with a defund the police sign. That will never happen. And the smartest minds, I don't know what the sheriff department needs, but I will surely pick up the phone and call the chiefs and say, what does your department need? How do we make police officer lives better?
Right.
What programs do we need to put in place to recruit more police officers? How are their salaries? You know, are they going up every year? These are the questions we need to look at. Because if we don't have police officers on the street, you have more crime. It's just logical.
Yeah.
It's logical. So yes, support the blue, support the red, and make sure they have the funding they need to do their job to protect our citizens.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
There's no other way to answer it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, they know what they need. And that's why I always go to the smartest minds. And the smartest minds are the union leaders and the police officers and the ones that run the unions for the police, the FOP, the PBA. Let's talk about that with them.
Right.
And I'm going to go to them and say, what do you need to advance mental health, benefits, payroll, all of those things? They're the ones to tell me.
Yeah.
And then from there we write the legislation that they need to support them.
Yeah. Okay, quick answer. I love it. Because I'm not sure in Broward how the crimes are. Is it, I don't know, I have to check to see which ones, if Miami-Dade is still up there.
Miami-Dade's higher, yes. I actually do something with Plantation Luis Rivero, and we do a crime watch every 3 months.
Oh.
And Vicky Bakery, my Vicky Bakery in Weston, we sponsor the
crime.
food and drinks.
Oh, nice.
And we do the crime watch. I'll make sure to invite you to the next one.
Yeah.
So you can get a perspective on how they measure it. But again, let the smartest minds in the room tell you how is that. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to tell you what crimes are.
Right.
But I'll invite you to our next crime watch
I would love to
where
come.
the experts, yes.
And I can hear
and you can have some Vicky Bakery while you're there.
So people across Florida are losing trust in our politicians. If elected, what will you make sure your office stays transparency and accountable for the voters of District 102?
Accessibility. If you don't have accessibility to your constituents, to your voters, si tú no puedes recoger el teléfono y llamarme, that's when transparency ends. If you can't communicate with your leaders that you put in office, I work for you.
Yeah. That's what we keep on telling, that there's nothing wrong asking questions.
Of course
There's nothing wrong calling the office. A lot of people are scared. They're scared.
Don't be scared. That's when you put us in office, we work for you. We work for voters. We work for constituents. We work for taxpayers. our community, what's needed in the community in my district, whatever you need, you have to reach out to me and let me know.
Of course.
And just like if you're in District 102, which is 6 cities, Sunrise Plantation, Cooper City, Davie, Southwest Ranches, a little bit of Pembroke Pines. If you live in this district and there are special concerns that you're having, reach out to me. Because the only way I know what to write or what to programs to put together or how to help families, I know more what's going on.
Of course.
Yeah.
So in one word that describes the biggest problem in District 102 right now, in one word.
Ooh, that's a good one. Voter registration, voting. People always complain they want change.
And they don't go out and vote. I know.
You got me with that one. And I will say, I did not know these questions before.
Yes.
So that was a really good question.
But that's a good answer because it's true. We can't
Voting.
make changes if we
Don't vote.
Don't vote. The same politician, it happens in Miami-Dade, in the city of Miami too. It's the same people over and over because people don't go out and vote.
Just vote.
So I always tell, go out and vote. Do your research.
August 18th is the primary.
Oh, 3 days before my birthday.
Oh my goodness. If I don't talk to you, which I probably will, happy
Yes,
birthday.
thank
God
you.
bless you. Yes.
Thank you. But
vote.
That's the
action.
only way you can make a change to your city.
100%.
Getting involved in your local politician. People right now, I'm loving that we're getting young people getting involved.
Amen.
I don't know if you've noticed
No,
here in Broward, but
100%.
in Miami, in the city of Miami-Dade in Miami, we're getting a lot of young people.
Amazing.
And I love it
That's
because
wonderful.
no por nada, los viejitos, my grandmother votes for the same people. I'm like, abuela, si esta persona está aquí hace 20 years, no he hecho nada. Yesterday we were talking about that. She goes, no, but he's the only one that knocks on my door. I'm like, no. Ahora voy a buscar todo el mundo que te empiece a tocar la puerta.
That's so funny. I love that.
Yes,
I
so-
love our seniors.
Yes.
But yes, it's that and making sure that they get vote by mail.
Yes.
I tell everybody, register for vote by mail, and I'm going to tell you why.
I was going to ask you why because I'm not
I'm gonna
a
tell
fan
you
of
why.
vote. Okay.
Okay, and that's the typical response.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say no offense to that. So
Okay.
no one take offense to
No,
that.
I'm not.
But when I knock on doors and I tell them, order your vote by mail, for 2 reasons. Nobody could steal your vote and submit a vote by mail on your behalf.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2, you can study and research every candidate and actually take the time
Yeah.
to read.
That point too, yes. When you
Yes.
see them, you can see one by
Yes.
one. You get your phone next to you.
Exactly.
Go to
I
YouTube.
I do it with my parents, I do it with my family, and I say, let's look at each one of these.
Mhm.
Let's see, this judge, was he appointed? Is he running for office? Let's look at his history. How did he vote?
Yeah.
Or not, well, how did he determine cases? And then you can look at other candidates that are incumbents, and you can do the research necessary. Are they a man of God? Are they Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Are they atheists? Do they want to get rid of the Bible in schools? Look at your school board members. Do the research.
I don't like mail-in ballots.
No, you're not going to mail it in.
Oh, okay.
Here's the trick.
Okay.
You order the vote by mail.
Okay.
You fill it out. You research.
Okay.
You bubble it in. You take it with you.
And you do
You
it
don't,
there.
and you do
I
it
like
there,
that.
but you
Okay,
don't
okay.
submit that. You rip
Rip
that
out?
one up,
Okay.
and you use that one to vote.
Like your sample ballot.
100%.
I like that. See, now I like that.
Does that make sense?
yes.
And the reason I say that is because vote by mail is critical, and you get it early.
Mm-hmm.
So way ahead, day of election,
Yeah.
everything that's on there.
Yeah.
And then you could tell your abuelita, your abuelo, your cousins, todo mundo sabe, todo mundo está preparado, everybody's prepared.
Yeah.
There are no surprises.
Yeah.
That's why vote by
I like
mail
that.
is
See?
excellent. So
Yes.
vote, action.
Yes.
Vote by mail, register to vote.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of U.S. citizens that are not even registered to vote.
Yes.
And know the difference between your parties.
Yeah, very, very important.
Yes.
So, one,
You could probably do a whole podcast on that.
I will.
Yes.
One law in Florida that you can change immediately once you get in.
You can't. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just asking.
Not immediately.
Yeah. But there's one that you would like to remove, or you like so far everything that you're seeing.
No, I would definitely, the first thing I would tackle is the godfathering or the statute of limitations on a quitclaim deed error.
Okay.
That a family could say, oh my gosh, we just made the biggest mistake. Now our taxes have gone up 80%, 200%. Please forgive that mistake and let me revert back to my deed.
That you talked about this earlier, and I actually like that a lot.
Thank you.
I like that a lot because some people do stuff because, you know, someone pressured them to do it.
Yes.
And then they regret it, they're like,
yeah, they went to Home Depot or they went online and got the document. ¿Qué están haciendo? Find a lawyer, support. You know, it's just so inexpensive to hire a lawyer to make sure you get a consultation about deed transfers. So that would be the first thing that I would tackle.
Yeah, I love that. Who is a politician that you admire and why?
Oh,
I know the answer, but
yes. President Donald J. Trump. I admire him.
You admire him?
Absolutely.
Why? Give me one reason.
One reason, he's a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't take no for an answer. And he truly cares about this country, and he's a spiritual man. There's so many reasons.
I know. My pastor goes there once every 3 months to pray
over him. My family prays over him. My pastor, Dr. Mario Bremnick here in Cooper City, prays over him.
Mm.
And he is a godsend to this country. And he's tough. And when President Donald J. Trump says he's going to do something,
he does it.
He does it.
Yeah. If voters remember only one thing about your campaign, what would it be? Your cafecito.
Cafecito con la doctora Mery Lopez Palma. No, the most important thing is that I stand for God, family, and country. And that I love this country. And I am blessed to be a U.S. citizen. I'm blessed to be in America. And I stand for God, family, and country.
And then my last question. Coffee meeting with voters or knocking on doors? What do you prefer?
Both.
Mm.
I would love to have a cafecito with my constituents. They're welcome to come anytime to Vicky Bakery in Weston Sunrise. But I also enjoy my door knocking. I really do enjoy it because a lot of times they're surprised to see me there. We've done almost 500 and something as a team so far.
Oh, wow.
So we're doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
Every weekend we go out door knocking. But it's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
It's a one-on-one.
That one-on-one is different. Yeah, and the cafecito too, you know, it's a group.
Mm-hmm.
Versus one homeowner opening the door and conversing with you. I love both of them.
Yeah. And before we end, I wanted to tell our followers that she's a plus in the sense that you're an attorney, you do property taxes, and you have multiple business, and you're a family person. So to me, that's a plus. So I wish you the best. I know you got this.
Amen.
And amen to this.
Yes. God bless you, Mercy.
Thank you. Likewise.
Amazing podcast, amazing team you have, and I'm blessed that you're in my circle. Thank you.
Thank you.